Teeny Gamer here, and I said I was gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be doing the Yelan showcase video, and well, it's been a long time since I have done a showcase video. The last time I did a showcase video was on Ganyu, which was 3 months ago, and that video performed really well. So might as well do another showcase. This time it's going to be on Yelan. And since Yelan's banner is still out right now, that's the time I am recording this, might as well showcase her and tell you guys what I think of her, and as well as test her out on other things as well. So as always, I'm going to be putting Yelan on many teams. I'm going to be fighting a bunch of bosses, and as well as showing off my build and my overview and final thoughts. But I am going to be showcasing my build first so that you all can get a glimpse of what Yelan is capable of, or my Yelan specifically, on what she is capable of, so that you can have a rough estimate or at least a sneak peek on if she's going to perform really well or not. So yeah, as always, I'm going to be putting text on the screen to point out different tidbits, information, and point out stuff that I missed, point out stuff that I got wrong. So yeah, without any further ado, let's start the showcase off. I'm gonna be showcasing my Yelan build. So this is my Yelan! You can probably already tell right off the bat that she is pretty stacked, as you can see with the HP that I have on her. So yeah, I'm gonna be showcasing the stats and my build first, just so that you can get a glimpse. I did say that before, but I need to address it over and over again, because it's really important to know that what my Yelan is capable of and what her max damage output is and how well she can perform. So yeah, this is my Yelan stats right here. HP is pretty jacked up thanks to the artifact rolls I got. They were pretty high. Crit rate, crit damage is pretty good. And energy recharge is 174. I would put it higher, but I got really lucky anyway, so I'm probably going to be keeping the artifact build that I have on her. And hydro damage, of course, because Yelan is a hydro character. And for her weapon, we have Aqua Simulacra, or Simulacra, whatever you call it. I'll just call it Aqua Simulacra. So this bow is Yelan's best bow. I had to summon for it. I know that if you did watch the Yelan summoning video, if you didn't, then watch it. I spent a rotation and a half just to get this bow. I did get pretty unlucky, but still, I got the Primordial Jade Spear and the bow, so that's pretty good. So yeah, Aqua Simulacra is her best bow. Of course I have to get it. It increases her HP by 16% and increases her overall damage by 20%, whether she's on or off the field. So anything from normal attacks, charge attacks, elemental skill, and elemental burst is boosted by this passive right here by 20%. So she's just going to be doing more damage in general. And it is a crit damage bow. I say this bow is probably one of the best bows in the game. So if you did not get this bow, I say summon, so that because this bow is pretty much universal. So yeah. As for artifact set, I got 4-piece of emblem of Severed Fate. It is her best artifact set, so definitely I wanted her to do as much damage as possible. So got the 4-piece set, best set. You're just gonna be using her Q constantly anyway. So yeah, had to get energy recharge and had to get this 4-piece set. This 4-piece set is pretty good. Yeah, so as you can see in the artifact rolls, crit rate, crit damage is pretty balanced. Energy recharge is also pretty good too. I got pretty lucky on those. And as for the artifact stats, I will showcase them right now. It is HP percent, hydro damage, crit rate. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good artifact says. The reason why I went for crit rate instead of crit damage is because her growth is crit rate, and her weapon, as you can see here, is crit damage. It's the same thing as Hu Tao. Hu Tao's bow is, or Hu Tao's bow, Hu Tao's pole arm is crit damage, so I opted for a crit rate helmet. So that is the reason why I got a crit rate helmet for Yelan. And as well, I increased my crit rate because her level up stat is also crit rate. So to balance out the two is pretty good. So yeah, that is why I went HP percent, hydro damage, crit rate as my artifact set. As for Constellation C0, I am not a whale, of course. And for talents, 666. Yeah, she's pretty minimally built. So this is going to be a minimally built Yelan showcase. But she is still level 90, as you can see here. So she is going to be doing her bare minimum as well as being her maximum, I guess. So it's a min-max type of thing. So yeah, that is my Yelan build and stats. So it's about time. Let's showcase her on some teams. I won't be doing double resonance because, seriously though, who runs double hydro? No one runs double hydro. So yeah, we're gonna be going over Yelan's team. So let's just jump into Spiral Abyss and go over the first team. Alright, so here we are in Spiral Abyss. We're gonna be doing floor 11 because floor 12 has these enemies. And it's not a really good showcase for Yelan. So we're gonna be doing Chamber 1 second half, because look at all these enemies. Perfect for a Yelan showcase. So we're just gonna be skipping over Chamber 1 first half, and we're just gonna be building our team for second half. So I had to point this out. But we're gonna be showcasing her on a mixed elemental comp. We're gonna be doing 2 of these, like always for every other showcase. Have to do it for video's sake. So this is the team we're gonna be bringing. We're gonna be bringing Hu Tao, Yelan, Venti, and then we're just gonna put Diona there, just because why not? So yeah, this is going to be our first team for second half. The first Elemental Resonance team. So I'm just going to be cutting back to second half once we reach there. And we're going to be showcasing Yelan. So, well, be right back. Alright, so here we are in Chamber 1 second half. Hopefully the video doesn't lag out on me. But if it does, then, well, I'm sorry, but Genshin just doesn't want to cooperate. I swear, it's only when I'm recording and when I'm actually like doing audio, like just talking while playing. I think it only happens on that because when I just record normally, it doesn't lag like this. But anyways, enough about me rambling. This is Yelan on the Mixed Elemental Resonance team. So the thing about Yelan on the Mixed Elemental Resonance team is that her HP increases the more elements you have. So if you have, I believe, 4 elements, so as you can see here with Pyro, Hydro, Anemo, Cryo. Oh, the game is lagging. Yeah, if you have Anemo, Hydro, Cryo, and Pyro, any combination of the 4 elements, you basically get 30% HP. So, as you can see here, Yelan is at 35k. Normally, her HP is at around 30k. So, that 30% HP increase is actually pretty good. And as well with that, when Yelan uses her Q, her damage is increased by a lot per second. So, I think it's 3.5 and plus 1%. So you're basically getting 4.5% per second, which is actually pretty good. And yeah, as you can see there, Hu Tao did a lot of damage right there. Yeah, elemental reactions is pretty good with Yelan. As long as you have Yelan and another character that can do elemental reactions, you're basically doing a lot of damage. So yeah, as you can see there, 25k with no support, pretty good. And that is her E. Yeah, and with the Hu Tao charge attacks and Q, yeah, she's doing a lot of damage. And besides, the Q increases damage for your active character. I did mention this before, by 4.5%. So yeah, Yelan is honestly a really, really, really good Hydro support. Definitely worth running. But anyways, enough about the Hu Tao team. Time to go over the other Elemental Resonance team. Alright, so this is the second Mixed Elemental Resonance team. I went for the Ayaka team this time, because Yelan and Ayaka work really well. I also forgot to mention that I chose the defense buff because no one benefits from that. Where if you get above 50% HP, you get 40% defense. Yeah, no one benefits from that, so at least with this showcase, you're just going to be seeing the raw damage and raw stats that these teams can output. So yeah, anyways, here we go. So this is the second Elemental Resonance team. I did mention before that every time you do Yelan's Q, you're just going to be doing even more damage. Yeah, as you can see there, 26k on normals. And we're just going to be doing the Sucrose here, getting some damage off to increase some elemental mastery. Right here, doing more reaction damage. But yeah, I don't know why the video lags. It just lags for some reason. Well, anyways, let's just do her Q right here and see raw damage. So 10k and around 6k per hit on normals. Yeah, pretty good. And plus it combos well, as you can see here. Yeah, just melting these people, or melting these treasure hoarders so fast. Yeah, Yelan is actually pretty good. Also, when you do her elemental skill, hold it. Don't press it. If you press it, then you're just basically wasting it. Because the cooldown is still the same regardless if you hold or press her E. So, definitely always hold her E. But yeah, her E does really, really good damage. And it's based off her max HP too. And since her max HP is pretty much through the roof right now, she's going to be doing a ton of damage. And supporting the team as well. So yeah, look at this. We're just melting the samurai in lag. Yeah, sorry about the lag. The lag just sucks. I don't know why. But, yeah. Oh, getting hit here. Let's do Yelan's E. Bam, 26 Ks. Just gonna do that. I think we're gonna get Yelan's E again, so might as well do it right now. And bam, 24k. Oh, she's so good. So yeah, Yelan basically works well with characters that work well with Xingqiu, so Ayaka and Hu Tao. So yeah, you already know how good she is. You already saw it for yourselves. But now it is time to go over the Elemental Resonance teams. We're not gonna go double because who runs double Hydro? But we are going to be going over her relevant Elemental Resonance team. So let's just kick that off. Alright, so here we are with the Pyro Resonance team. So with the Pyro Resonance team, I believe you get a attack boost. I don't know what the number is though. I will be putting it up on screen though. But yeah, 20k on Q. That is pretty good. But yeah, with the Pyro Resonance team, you're basically just gonna get even more attack. And that means Yelan's Q is just gonna be doing even more damage. As you can see there, I think she did 12k on one of the bursts. But yeah, we're just gonna be fueling Sucrose's Q and doing that. 64k! 64k with Elemental Mastery? Jeebus! It was so good. Yeah, Yelan is a pretty good support. You're just gonna be mainly using her for E and Q, but jeez, she is actually so good. Let's see how much damage she does. 26k? Alright, we're gonna get the attack boost here. Doing this, 76k, and with charge attacks, 13k. 13k on elemental reactions is pretty good. Alright. Just continuing doing this. We got Sucrose E active. Yeah, 64k on a normal. 64k on a normal! on normal E. That's so good. That is so good. Oh yeah, Yelan in the Pyro Resonance Team, pretty good. I also forgot to mention that Yelan, when she has 3 people on her team, gets, I believe, an 18% HP boost. If I am wrong, I am going to be putting text on the screen. But yeah, 18% HP boost, and on top of that, an attack boost as well. Yeah, Yelan did 64k on her E, without her Q. Without her Q damage buff, by the way. So, yeah, Yelan, good support. Well, anyways, enough about the Pyro Resonance Team. Time to go over her next team. Alright, so here we are with the Cryo Resonance Team. So with the Cryo Resonance Team, as long as the opponent is affected by Cryo or Frozen, you get a crit rate boost. So, and with the Yelan, being a Hydro character that can inflict freeze, you're just going to be critting more often than you should. So, yeah, works really well with Ayaka. So basically any team that works well with Xingqiu works well with Ayaka. I mean, not Ayaka. Any team that works well with Xingqiu works well with Yelan. So basically Yelan is just better Xingqiu, but not really, because Xingqiu has damage reduction, while Yelan does not. But Yelan will still do her work regardless, and the lag is pretty bad here. Oh boy. But yeah, Yelan is just gonna be doing her work here, applying freeze and applying a lot of damage as well on top of that. So yeah, as you can see here, Ayaka is doing more damage than she should because of Yelan's Q's effect. It's pretty good. Alright, let's do this so that we can get everyone. Yeah, Yelan's E is actually so good because it procs the enemies upward so that they could get flung up in the air. Like right here? Yeah, right there. It gives you a lot of time to prep. So yeah, that's Yelan on the Cryo Resonance Team. Pretty good. Really good. So there are a couple teams that we have to go through, so, well, let's just go through them now. Alright, so here we are with the Electro Resonance Team, and honestly this is probably one of Yelan's weaker teams, because all it does is just, when you do an Electro reaction, you're just getting energy back. And that is basically it. So, you're basically just gonna get Yelan's Q even quicker than before, and that's all you're ever gonna get. But Yelan works really well, as you can see here with the Raiden team, just doing Electro Charge damage all the time. And plus, with Yelan's passive, you're just gonna be doing even more damage anyway. As you can see here with Raiden, we're just gonna be doing that right now. Yeah, 21Ks on normals with Raiden, pretty good. And Yelan is also pulling her weight here. Yeah, 23Ks. And we don't even have to worry about her dying because her HP is pretty high. But yeah, ooh, 83K. Yeah, completely demolished the team right there. Completely demolished our enemies. So yeah, that is Yelan on the Electro Resonance Team. Definitely one of our weaker teams, but it can still work because Yelan just gets her Q even faster. As you noticed there, Yelan got her Q before the cooldown even began. So yeah, well anyways, on to the next Elemental team. Alright, so here we are. This is the second to last team I'm going to showcase before I actually start fighting bosses. But this is the Anemo Resonance Team. This is definitely one of Yelan's weakest teams ever, besides the double Hydro Resonance Team. So yeah, what this basically just does is just gives you a 5% elemental skill cooldown, like reduced, and you get movement speed. And that is basically it. for this team. It kind of sucks. It's kind of bad, or at least the resonance for this is kind of bad. But with double Anemo and with Jean's passive, where we get increased attack speed, because I have her C3 by the way, we basically get more attacks in just because our cooldown is short, and we get more attack speed right here. So that means more Hu Tao charge attacks. But oh, yeah, as you can see here, it's really quick. Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, this team kind of sucks. It actually kind of sucks. But yeah, with normal attacks, she's actually doing pretty good damage. Gonna do this. Gonna do that. Let's do that to finish this off. And yeah, that is the Anemo Resonance Team. Yeah, one of her weakest teams. But this team right here is probably her strongest team ever, and I'm gonna be showcasing it right about now. Alright, so this is the last team we're gonna showcase before we fight bosses. This is the Geo Resonance Team. It's just Hu Tao's standard team, but replace Xingqiu with Yelan. So yeah, since I already did showcase how Yelan is gonna do a lot of damage, you already know how well this is gonna be. Hu Tao's just gonna pop off, and Yelan is also just gonna pop off. But anyways, here we go. So with the Geo Resonance Team, you basically just get 15% increased shield strength and 15% damage increase as long as you're in a shield. So we're gonna be seeing her raw damage right now. 29k, almost to 30k, and that is only with just the shield buff that we got. But we're gonna be doing Hu Tao's damage here and doing some elemental reactions here. And yeah, she's doing a lot of damage. Yeah, Yelan works really well with this team. Definitely. 25k. Casual 25k. We're gonna be applying some Pyro here to these enemies so that we could use Yelan's Q. 25k, and with her E, 66k. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, this team is probably Yelan's best team. We're gonna be doing this. Apply some Pyro right there. We're gonna be doing Yelan's E here. Yeah, there we go. 60 something k. Yeah, so good. Yelan is really good. Alright, we're gonna be applying some Pyro right here. And bam! Enemies defeated. Easy peasy. Yeah, this is definitely Yelan's strongest team. So yeah, that is basically the Elemental Resonance teams. Now it is time to actually fight some bosses, and in the end we're gonna be doing her max damage output. So anyways, let's just fight Stormterror, and let's see how well Yelan performs against bosses. Alright, so here we are in Stormterror's lair. We're gonna be fighting Stormterror with Yelan and Hu Tao, because that is basically the best combo of DPSs in the game. Yelan and Hu Tao. Had to do it for the elemental reactions. So yeah, this is the team I'm going to be bringing. I'm just going to be mainly using Ganyu to basically speed through the armor section where you have to defeat Dvalin's armor, and so that he can get exposed and we can destroy his horn. So yeah, we're just going to be using Ganyu right here, aiming for Dvalin, hopefully one-turning him. Yeah, there we go! And now we can start preparing. So let's just go up here. Gonna be using his Q. We're gonna be using Yelan's Q. Using her E. We're gonna be doing this. And then just mainly do this. Yeah, Yelan. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, Yelan and Hu Tao is pretty much a broken combo. So yeah, Dvalin is definitely destroyed, way beyond destroyed. So, let's just move on to another boss that we won't easily defeat. Let's go over to Childe. Alright, so here we are in Childe's domain. So, we're gonna be using this team right here because, well, Ganyu's not gonna be doing anything. So, might as well get a 4-piece Viridescent so that we can see how much Hu Tao and Yelan are gonna do. So, yeah, honestly, I think this fight is just going to be really, really easy. Alright, we're gonna be using her E here, tag Childe, and then let Hu Tao do the rest. Alright, there we go. That is the first phase. We're gonna be wasting her burst on the second phase of Childe, because the first phase is not really that worth it. Alright, oh, we're gonna die. But I don't think we are, because we just defeated Childe right there. Alright, so this is the second phase. Alright, this is where our damage truly shines. We're gonna be doing this. We're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be doing Yelan's Q. E. Do this. Oh, we died. But luckily, we could just bring her back and do this. Oh boy, that ruined our showcase. That definitely ruined our showcase. We're gonna get Yelan's Q back. We could basically take our time here, because what is he gonna do? Tag us? And that's all he's ever gonna do? Alright, we're getting our elemental bursts back, which is what we want. We're gonna heal here. We need to get our Qs back. Alright, it's gonna shoot the whale, I think, yeah. Alright, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna be doing this again. Alright, do that, do this. And let's do damage. Yeah, 90Ks on charge attacks. Pretty good. And Yelan also supported. But we didn't get to use her burst, but we probably are gonna be using her bursts, in the damage showcase, where we're gonna be showcasing her max damage. But yeah, as you can see there, Yelan did pretty good. High HP means that she won't get killed, and she basically supported Hu Tao, even though my Hu Tao just died. If I had Xingqiu, then she wouldn't have died there, because Xingqiu has damage reduction while Yelan doesn't. That is the one downside with Yelan. If she had damage reduction like Xingqiu, then she wouldn't have died, and this showcase would have been really smooth. But anyways, enough about me rambling about that. It's time to showcase her max damage output. So let's just fight the Pyro Regisvine. It's probably the best way that we could probably get her damage up. So yeah, let's just do that right now. Alright, I changed my mind. We're gonna be fighting the Cryo Regisvine instead of the Pyro one. So this is the team that I brought for our max damage showcase. We have Yelan, Xiangling, Sucrose, and Bennett. So you already know why I brought these two. I mean, Pyro Resonance, 25% attack. We gotta have it. And we have Bennett right here for our attack buff. We have Sucrose right here for her elemental mastery. We have Xiangling right here for her Guoba. If we could get the chili pepper, that would be pretty cool. And then Yelan's just gonna be our damage dealer. So yeah, anyways, let's just get started. We're gonna be switching to Xiangling here so that we could get Guoba out as soon as possible. Alright, here's the Cryo Regisvine. Alright, get the Guoba out. Let's do this. Oh, we got hit there pretty bad. Alright, he's gonna be finishing up. Drop the chili pepper. We're gonna be using Yelan's charge attacks here. Alright. Do this. Do that. Do this. Use her burst! And bam! 87k on her E! Yeah, oh my goodness. Yelan did so much damage. She did so much damage. And that is with level 6 talents. That's level 6 talents right there. And Yelan did that much damage. Yeah, Yelan is so good. So good. Well, anyways, that is it for the damage showcase. It's time to go over Yelan in general. Alright, so this is Yelan, a worker of the Ministry of Civil Affairs, or at least she claims to be a worker there. So yeah, we're just going to be going over her talents and constellations and giving my overview and final thoughts of her. So let's just go over her talents right now. Thankfully, the game doesn't lag when you're on the character screen, so this is just going to be very smooth. So anyways, here are her talents. So this is her normal attack. It's just a 4-hit normal attack. You're never going to be doing this, just like how Ganyu has a 6-hit normal attack, but you're never going to be doing that anyway. Unless you're C6, which I'm going to be going over in a few minutes. But if you have your breakthrough, which is basically when Yelan's bracelet right here glows blue, she basically does AoE hydro damage on her arrow. So as long as you have breakthrough active, she's just going to be doing AoE hydro damage, and it's based off her max HP. So if you have pretty high max HP, you're just going to be doing a lot of damage. So yeah, Yelan can also be built as a DPS if you want, but her main focus is sub DPS damage. So you're probably not going to be doing this anyway. And with level 6 talents, might as well just go over her stats. It does 16.21% of your max HP. So as long as you have pretty good artifacts, you're just going to be doing a lot of damage with their charge attacks. That is if you choose to do a DPS Yelan. But yeah, normal attacks look pretty good. And here is Lingering Lifeline. So with Lingering Lifeline, I already told you before, or I told you guys before, but never tap it. Never ever tap it. Hold your elemental skill, because if you don't, you are facing a 10-second cooldown just by tapping it. So yeah, not really good. Make sure you hold it so you can get the max amount of effect on it. And plus, you can tag multiple enemies with it anyway, so why would you tap it? Unless you're fighting against one enemy. But yeah, holding it is pretty much what you're going to be doing with Yelan anyway. So use her E and then her Q, or use her Q and then her E. As long as she has that, you're good. So if you hold her E and basically hit opponents, it basically has a 34% chance for each opponent you tag with your Lingering Lifeline that her breakthrough state resets. So once it resets, you can use her breakthrough charge attack and just do AoE hydro damage. So yeah, that is basically the reason why Yelan can be run as a DPS, is because of this skill right here. And it also does a lot of hydro damage. It's based off her max HP. As you can see there, she basically did around like 25, 30Ks, 60Ks, 90Ks. Yeah, it's just, this is probably her bread and butter. Her Q and E is her bread and butter. And it does 31% of your max HP on level 6. That is a minimum talent. Level 6. And the cooldown isn't that bad. 10 seconds is not really that bad, because you're gonna mitigate it with this Q. And speaking of Q, we're just gonna be discussing it right now. So our Q is just Xingqiu's Q, where you just do AoE hydro damage while you attack. And it is based off her max HP. So the more HP you have, then the more damage you do with her Q. So it's just basically Xingqiu Q without the damage reduction. If it had damage reduction, then this would probably be the best Q in the game. By far, the best Q in the game. So yeah, energy recharge and energy cost is not that bad. So energy recharge. Speaking of that, if you build her with energy recharge in mind, you could probably proc this a lot more often, because her E tags multiple characters or multiple enemies, and you're basically getting particles back. So as long as you're tagging multiple enemies, you're gonna be basically getting your Q back much more quicker than you than already without energy recharge. So if you have more energy recharge, you're just gonna get more of her Q back. And yeah, that's basically Yelan's talents. Time to go over passives. So turn control is a pretty good passive. You're only mainly gonna be using the 3 types of elemental types, because you're just gonna be doing 2 elemental resonance, and then the other 3 is, or the other 2 is probably just gonna be random elements. So yeah, like Pyro, 2 Geos and a Hydro. Yeah, you're only mainly just going to be getting the 18% max HP increase, which is still a lot. It is still a lot for Yelan. So, yeah, having this is pretty good because it'll just increase her max HP, meaning that it'll increase her E and her Q's damage. And this is her second passive, Adapt with Ease. So as long as you have her Q active, you're going to be doing 1% more damage per second. So, and plus it gets further increased by 3.5 damage every second. So you're just going to be getting 5% more damage per second, or at least around 5%, but more accurately 4.5%. This would get doing more 4.5% more damage every second, and it gets increased to 50% damage. So you're going to be doing even more damage on top of that. And if you have Yelan's bow, you're doing 70% more damage on her Q and E. Yeah, pretty busted. This passive is honestly really good. And it works on anyone too. It says your own active character. It doesn't have to be Yelan. And this passive right here, I think this is unique. It's the first one, actually. Yelan has this. But you gain 25% more rewards when you're dispatched on a leeway expedition. So, yeah, more Mora, more mats. Yeah, basically it. So yeah, that is her talent. And time to go over her constellations. Her constellations are actually pretty good. Yelan's constellations. So let's just go over them. So C1 basically just gives her an additional lifeline charge, which is pretty good, because you're basically getting the breakthrough thing more often if you are running Yelan as a DPS. So yeah, and you're just going to be getting more elemental particles anyway. And the cooldown for E is not really that bad, 10 seconds. So basically, you could just use E twice and get her Q back, and then do a lot of damage. So yeah, this constellation is honestly really good. Her C2 is just when you use her Q and you're basically doing damage with it, Yelan's HP gets increased even more. So it'll just you'll just fire an additional arrow that basically just does more damage based off her max HP. So yeah, you're just gonna be doing even more damage. It's like what's similar to this? Yoimiya's C6, where you're basically you're firing off an extra arrow, but instead of that, it's her Q. So you're just gonna be firing off more of her Q, and she's just gonna be doing even more damage. So yeah, this constellation is pretty good. Her C3 just increases her Q. Pretty good that it is C3, so you don't have to wail that much. But these next few constellations, this and this, is pretty good. You can actually make Yelan a DPS, like an actual DPS with C6, but I'm going to be going over that in a bit. But anyways, on to C4. So it basically increases all party members' HP by 10% for 25 seconds for every opponent marked by a lifeline. So, if you mark at least 4 enemies, you're getting 40% max HP. And that is on top of Yelan's already passives that increase her max HP. So yeah, pretty good. That is really good. And it works on Hu Tao too, because all party members, so it increases both Hu Tao and Yelan's damage. So yeah, you can see why Hu Tao and Yelan are pretty good with each other. Yeah, it's because of this right here. Yeah, more HP, and plus it lasts for 25 seconds, and her E's cooldown is 10 seconds. And besides, you get an additional one thanks to C1. So this is going to be proccing a lot. And since you are facing mostly multiple enemies on Spiral Abyss, you're just going to be getting this regardless. And besides, even if you are facing one enemy, 20% for 25 seconds is honestly pretty good. So, yeah. Yeah, C4 is pretty good with Hu Tao and Yelan. Probably the best combination. For C5, it increases her E. And her C6 is so good. It actually makes Yelan an actual really good DPS. if you do have C6, honestly run her as a DPS. She's really good with this. So after you use her Q, she will enter the Mastermind state. And this basically means that all of Yelan's normal attacks will become breakthrough barbs. You know what that means? It counts as a charge attack, dealing 156% of a breakthrough barb's damage. So, if you like machine guns, then there you go, because it's basically like Ganyu's Q, or Ganyu's C6, where it basically skips over the charge attack every time you use her E. So when you use her E, you basically just do machine gun frostflake arrows. But for this, if you use her Q, all of Yelan's normal attacks become this. They become this. And it's based off her max HP too. So you're just going to be doing constant AoE normals. AoE hydro damage normals. And plus, it counts as a charge attack. And it deals 156% of your normal damage. So on top of your HP, you're just going to be doing 156% more damage. So yeah, if you have a C6 Yelan, she basically becomes one of the best hydro DPSs in the game. Yeah. Up there with Ayato, if you have her C6. So yeah, honestly, her constellations are really, really good. Probably some of the best sets in the game, besides Hu Tao's and Ganyu's, but I think Ganyu's is still probably the most broken set of constellations in the game. But yeah, that is basically it for Yelan and her showcase. Sorry that the spiral of this video lagged for a couple parts, but hey, at least you got a showcase and you saw what Yelan could do. So yeah, should you summon for Yelan? Yes. If you do not have a hydro support like Kokomi, or well, Xingqiu, then Yelan is pretty good. So that's because you could just run Yelan and Xingqiu on separate teams, and you're basically all good. So yeah, running Yelan is pretty good. Definitely a must summon if you're asking me if you should summon on her. Pretty good. And thanks to the showcase, yeah, you can see how really good Yelan is. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Like the video if you like this Yelan showcase. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And turn on the notification bell if you do subscribe to not miss out on a single Genshin upload. And also comment down below, what do you think of Yelan? Are you gonna summon? Do you think Yelan is pretty busted? Do you think my opinion is wrong? Comment down below. And well, thank you guys for watching this Yelan showcase. And I'll see you guys in the next Genshin video. Right after Yelan rolls the dice. Okay, it's a 2. Well, yeah. See you guys in the next one.